Welcome to
In Your Face Horror!
Madhouse edition.
Look at it.
We love horror. My phantom penis.
Noms. This is In Your Face Horror. In your face horror.
Fuck, I can be your best friend when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Our answer for last week's nom section is
The Exorcist. Ding! So our movie, obviously, by our little introduction, was Madhouse. And this takes place in Cunningham Hall, which was founded in 1918. Our first character was Clark Stevens, and that was played by Joshua Leonard? Joshua Leonard.
Dr. Franks, the scary doctor, was played by Lance Henriksen.
Ding!
He was the psychotic doctor who was
the psychotic
we don't
doctor.
need to fix this place is
Everything's
fine.
perfect.
Yes, there
we
we
have Sarah, which is by Jordan Ladd. Ding! And Alice, which was played by Natasha Lyonne, who,
Ding.
mind you, ding,
Scary crazy lady.
was in American Pie. Then our next important character was the head nurse. Her name was Annabelle Hendricks, and that was played by Dendry Taylor. Ding! The director for this movie was IMDb, your best friend when you don't know what the fuck we were talking about.
William Butler. He also wrote it too.
Ding!
Basically comes up with this guy. He's fresh out of his college. What just beeped?
Our other camera just died.
Starts out with our friend Leonard, or what the heck did they call him?
Clark Stevens.
Clark Stevens. Does that sound like the worst name
I think
in the
it's
world?
like what
That's
happened. I think is what they did was they went through a list of comic book characters and were like, "Hey, Clark Kent, we're gonna use this name," and then they used
Pick the
Clark,
most
and then they
pick the most
went
generic.
into the phone book and were like, "All right, close your eyes, flip through pages," and they got to the S's and they were like, "Okay, stop," and then they were like, "This one right here," and it was Stevens, so their name was Clark Stevens.
Starts out, he's fresh out of his college. Being in college, he was
Whatever.
going for, what was he going for? Being a psychologist, wasn't he?
He was going to be for a psychologist, so he went to this hospital to work as an intern to clean all the... He was a housing and maintenance director, or whatever you could call it.
Something
Housing
like
and
that.
maintenance person in the South Wing. He just went around and cleaned.
So he comes in there and finds out that this mental hospital is an absolute mess. There's people running all over the place. There's crazy crap happening, and no one seems to care. Everyone's kind of running around this place. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a guy on the ceiling. Oh, whatever. That's cool. That's awesome.
That's cool, right? We see that every day. Guy on ceiling.
Yeah.
There's this girl, Alice, the girl that was in American Pie. Ding, this girl, yeah, that girl, right there. She was talking about this thing called It, and she kept referring to it, and it being, it was a ghost that was running throughout the, quote, house. So if you want to call it a, quote, house, it would become kind of like a Phoebe house. In essence, a Phoebe house.
What the fuck is the Phoebe house?
Phoebe. Definition of Phoebe right here. This is the definition of Phoebe. Basically, a crazy person. It's another way of calling a crazy person without calling them a crazy person. Fucking Phoebe.
Learning everything every day. The essence of the story is this doctor trying to figure out what is going on in this hospital, and he starts seeing stuff and starts getting
thinking he's cuckoo.
Right, and the whole premise is you don't know what's really going on.
Oh! There was a love interest in this movie between Clark Stevens and Sarah.
Oh yeah, that was
and
great.
they were like, Ermiger, we love each other even though
we're
we work
both
together
crazy.
and we're both really, really fucking crazy. And he found out a secret about her that you can't know. But there's a secret about Sarah.
And it's important to the plot.
Yep,
very, very important.
The reason it's called Madhouse is because the place in the basement, it's kind of like a prison almost, but for the really, really crazy people.
It's the high security place, and the doctors call it the Madhouse. That's their nickname for it, hence the name of the movie. And when they go down there, I mean, these people are freaking nuts. I mean, the chick who was all up against the glass.
She was pressing her lips up against the glass.
Yeah, and breaking their head against the glass. I mean, the people are nuts down here. But there is a character down here who's shrouded in shadow. We have no idea who this guy is, who kind of starts picking at his brain a little bit and saying, well, maybe you are crazy. You know, are you sure you know what's going on here? And that's what kind of sets the catalyst for everything to go wrong for this guy and everything just to go crazy.
But what really started it all is Clark Stevens was walking around the hospital at night because he was hearing some noises, and he went
The child.
and he saw a child And he was like, "Oh my god, why is there a child walking around the hospital at night? This is very unsafe."
Granted, I think we should show you a picture of this child.
Ding!
Just to show you how creepy this thing was. I mean,
Hashtag
I literally...
creepy.
Yeah, literally
Here, do you wanna
nearly
help me make a
crap my
hashtag?
pants. Oh my god.
Help me make a hashtag, Jamie. Hashtag creepy.
There were some great moments. I mean, I think the little creepy child almost made the movie. I mean, there were scenes
Yeah.
where I was jumping out of my skin. I was so scared.
I would probably rate this movie 3. Ready? Ding, ding, ding. Those are my eggs. Look
And
at
I'd
them.
have-
They're so pretty.
And see, I'd have to agree too that I would also give this movie 3 eggs. Here are my eggs. Ding! Based on the sole fact is that we really enjoyed the movie. Unfortunately, I did think there were some acting problems. I thought some of the acting was very, very lackluster, very...
It didn't
I don't
make
really
me
wanna be here.
It didn't make me feel like the characters actually were there and they were actually freaking out because of what was going on.
Right.
And it wasn't that way. And it needs to be that way when you're acting to make your audience more appealed to what you're watching.
Exactly. I mean, the cinematography was great. I thought that the props were great. Some of the gore,
plot line
the
was
gore
fantastic.
scenes, yeah. And the ending. I mean, the ending is definitely one of the most unexpected endings that I think I've seen in a movie. And we say that
That
a lot about
disappointed
movies.
me a little bit. I mean, I really,
Well, it
really,
was-
really liked it, but it seems so kind of stereotypical kind of way to end this kind of movie.
Yeah, like a cop out. Like, oh, of course, that's exactly what's going on.
Oh, he woke up from a dream? Oh, okay, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
What?
Noms. Name our movie segment.
Welcome to the noms segment.
You ever done anything like this before?
Only minimum security.
I see.
The only thing I can't stand is their gibberish. They keep ranting on and on.
You haven't anything to worry about. He hasn't spoken in 15 years.
Episode 4 is over. Peace.
Look at it.
Love horror. My phantom penis.
Noms. This is in your face horror. In your face horror.
Fuck, I can be your best friend when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.